Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Elrod, for that introduction, and Chancellor Copper for the opportunity to be here. Greetings to you, faculty, staff, family, and friends of our almost 775 winter graduates. Yes, you made it. Relax, it's almost over. I remember sitting in that seat like many of you are now, nervous, anxious, hungry, a little hungover, waiting for my name to be called. Thinking, like many of you, wow, this is it. I'm graduating. I'm out. I even remember walking across the stage when my name was called, terrified that an unexpected wind or a sudden fall would cause me to spill and expose myself completely. Because at the time I had to be here to be seated for the processional, I was here, but my clothes were not. They were in a car with a relative who had gotten lost along the way. So all I had on under my robe were my undergarments and my pantyhose. Fortunately for me, and probably most for the audience, nothing bad happened. That was 27 years ago. 27 years, unbelievable. And here I am today, still nervous, still anxious, a little hungry, not hungover, at least yet, but fully dressed underneath my robe. So far, so good. Seriously, I cannot tell you how honored and humbled I am to be your commencement speaker today, a war hawk amongst war hawks. When I think of it, the first thing that comes to my mind is, who'da thunk it? Yes, who'da thunk it? Not I, the most unlikely suspect, the impoverished little girl growing up in Milwaukee, watching my mother, who had married before finishing high school, who was then widowed at the age of 25 with 5 children, watching her struggle, trying to make ends meet, from welfare to work and welfare and back again. Who'd have thunk that I, the teenager, embarrassed at having to go to stand in church food pantry lines, go to the grocery store with food stamps, and stand in the free lunch line in high school, you know, the AKA poor kids line. Who'd have thunk I'd be here today? Definitely not I. When my high school guidance counselor told me I should consider technical school when I said I wanted to go to college. Under the circumstances from whence I came, who'd have thunk I would graduate from UW-Whitewater with honors, obtain a law degree from UW-Madison, have a legal career spanning 25 years, protecting people, prosecuting doctors, and working for corporations such as Geico, American Family, State Farm, and others, and then fund 2 scholarships to help prospective students to boot. Not I. Like many of you, I traversed many a rocky terrain to get here, from freshman worries about finances and fitting in, to senior struggles about the future, about what's coming next, and everything in between, the things that don't stop. Sorry to tell you, they won't stop, even though you're graduating today. Questions and concerns about what your future will hold. Did you get the right degree? Will you like the job or career path you've chosen? Heck, will it like you? I stand before you an unlikely suspect, 27 whole years later, still with many of the same questions and concerns about my personal and professional career, what I have accomplished, and what I have yet to accomplish. Fortunately for me, and I trust for you, along the way you will run into more unlikely suspects, people you would least expect to help guide you along your journey. Given this honor, I spent considerable time thinking about what I could share with you that you would want to hear and that could actually benefit you from hearing. And if you're anything like me, 27 years from now, you won't remember me. You won't remember my name or why it is I took about 10 minutes or so of your precious time on this special day. And that's okay, because that's not really what's important. What's important is that you remember that you are one of the few privileged people in this world to obtain a college degree. And for our DBA graduates today, your second or third, what great accomplishments. Just know it's not just for you. It's not your accomplishment alone for your own benefit. It is for the continued and collective success of others like you, others before you, and those to come after you. As late Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm was quoted as saying, "Service is the rent we pay for the privilege of living on this earth." So for as long as you have that privilege, remember, you have rent to pay. I can imagine that, like me, many of you have had or will have those moments when you truly feel like the most unlikely suspect. You wonder whether you're ready. You worry about what's next. You question what you'll do come Monday, now that you don't have classes to go to, hopefully no papers, projects, or exams. You still walk, albeit face buried in your iPhone, slightly dazed at the thought that this is it. You're graduating. You're about to be a college graduate. Since this is really happening, in the few minutes I have with you, I hope to leave you with a simple thought, inspiration, or idea that will challenge you, change you, and ultimately charge you to be the very best version of you possible, and always pay your portion of life's rent. Ready? Here we go. Live your life. Don't simply exist. Many of you are at a crossroad as you sit here today, and as you decide which way to go, don't be overly consumed with the destination. Instead, as you Google map out your journey, do it in pencil. Leave room for the unpredicted that may change your entire perspective and send you in an unexpected direction. When you find yourself there, don't freak out. Explore, experience, expand, and have fun doing it. Don't settle for the easy, the mundane, the known. In fact, tread in territories unfamiliar, uncomfortable, and even unforeseen. You may fall or make some missteps along the way, and that's to be expected. That's life. Just get back up, laugh, or cry, and keep it moving. What doesn't kill you will make you stronger, and I know you've heard that before. Pursue your passion. Show me your passion and I'll show you your purpose. Even if you're not sure where following your passion will lead you, pursue it anyway if it encourages, increases, or empowers you, and indirectly those connected to you. Be socially conscious, be aware of, and concerned for the problems and injustices that affect society. In the words of musician Childish Gambino, stay woke, people. Know that anything impacting society generally will eventually and ultimately impact you personally. So stand up for what's right, for what's just, for what's fair, even if it's not for your own immediate personal benefit. Be impactful. In so doing, deliberately forge positive relationships with and expand your circle to include people who don't look like you, who don't think like you, who don't live like you. Take the time to learn and embrace differences. Create moments that positively impact people. And if you're not a people person, and not all of us are, then make choices that will impact policies, programming, and practices that will positively impact people. Whatever you do, just be impactful. Stand in the gap. Know that without the many people who've stood in the gap for you, family, professors, tutors, mentors, scholarship donors, etc., you, like I, wouldn't be here. Determined to fill that gap for someone else. Reach up, reach down, reach over, reach across. Doesn't matter where you reach. Just reach and never stop. Know your worth. The world is in turmoil today. There's reasons to fear everywhere. Don't succumb to the fear. Be cautious, but be confident. Know that one man, one woman, you, yes, you, can make a difference. Seek opportunities to serve and do just that. At times, the terrain will be tough, the road rocky, and the sky screaming, but press on. UW-Whitewater has given you the skills needed to progress, not by standing on the sidelines, whimpering and complaining, but by implementing ideas. Another one of my favorites from Congresswoman Chisholm. Lastly, don't be discouraged if you don't receive immediate gratification. Be patient, purposeful, and persistent. As you continue to serve, know that your time, your reward, your success will come. And when you look up, you'll realize that you've become a change agent capable of sustaining both personal and communal success. It gets no better than that. In closing, 27 years from now, I would love for each of you to look back at your service, your success, your contributions to society, and say to yourself, who'd have thunk it? And when you wonder who knew, it could be you, it should be you, and it would be you, know that I knew, because it was me too. Warhawks, we seek, we serve, we succeed. It's just what we do. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Yolanda, for your sharing your story and your words of wisdom and your passion, and for all of your support.